cozy. Happy New Year's Eve. I left my whole ass purse at work last night because it was just one of those nights. But it was kind of funny because I wasn't sure what this day was gonna bring. Originally my plan was to head to like Barnes & Noble, get a 2025 calendar, like start to prep for the new year. I knew I had to edit, so I just posted 2 videos, really grateful that I just was able to pop those out. One is like my Christmas haul, I guess you could say, like my Christmas wrap up video. And then the other was like, originally my whole video was gonna be like all the things I did for Christmas, but I recognize not everybody really gives a damn. So I just split it up into 2 and kind of did like what I got and then what I ate. So just kind of like cutesy little videos to like close out Vlogmas. And I knew I wanted to get those up before I kind of put together the New Year's special. I don't know why I feel so good. Well, I guess we all do know. Like 2024 was just like a motherfucker, but man, it's like really nice to like close out this year. I'm really, really grateful for so much of it. And like, I know it's been hard and I know it's put us all through the ringer, but there's also been such beautiful moments, right? Like this is the most creative I've been in a very long time. And like, not just like mentally creative, like, but like I've produced things that I'm really like enjoying. And I think people enjoy as well. And yeah, collaborating with some of my friends, and I don't know, I'm just so full of gratitude. The sun was out today. It's actually a beautiful day in Atlanta. And having not had my purse, it just challenged me a little bit to start the day, you know, surviving, just out here surviving. Now granted, I still had Apple Pay, so I was able to order some Nando's and then go pick it up. But I don't know, it's just nice. It's just a nice, cozy, chill start to the day. So I just ate and now I'm gonna kind of settle in, review some of my notebooks. So I did a plan with me, I wanna say around this time last year, and I probably will do another one. And in that I explain like how I stay organized, and it kind of has stayed the same for a couple years now. So I always have a like clipboard, which is like my weekly planning clipboard. And it just breaks down like the days of like what I have to do. I normally put like Sam's hours on here, so I know like if we have the same day off, like we can actually plan something. Very rare, very, very rare. I think the last like outings we had were like going to see Wicked. What was the movie we saw after Wicked? Was there a movie? I feel like we just saw Moana. We saw Moana, and then like obviously we went to like Mystic Falls, which we really wanted to go back for Christmas, but again, I wasn't trying to pressure myself too much. The weather was just not having it. It was so cold and rainy, and I just didn't want to get sick. So I just gotta remind myself I live here now, for now, and by next Christmas, hopefully I can plan like a cute little Mystic Falls Christmas. But so yeah, back to what I was saying. I do my day-to-day, so I'll put Sam's calendar on here, I'll put my work schedule, I'll put like any like big holidays. The other 3 binders that I've had working this year was finishing out. This was when I started, let's see. This was towards the end of me being at Butcher and Bee. It's like when I was trying to collab with a lot of people in that Nashville food industry, starting hospitality hype, and then really digging into like planning content. So this is the first year I could say I like actually was like planning ahead, doing different like monthly things. And I really did do quite a few of the things I dreamt up. So I'm very proud of that. Including Swayze September, shout out. And again, thank you so much to Kai for really like holding this shit together. Because I will tell you what, I think there's several weeks where I would have like been a lazy bones, and like, you know, weeks turned into months, and then months would have turned into just the end of this channel. And through Kai's consistency, it's allowed me to really like hold myself accountable. So to our movie maven, I know that you help so many people in your life, but definitely me. And also those movies really got me through sometimes, you know what I mean? So that's the one that was like my content planning workbook. Then I have like my 2024 workbook. This is gonna be like stuff that's like not just content. It kind of feeds into each other, right, though, because most of what I do I film. but just kind of like how I was organizing and like overall themes. Like I put December, like kind of like the plan with me, it'll be like December will be, and then you put what you think it'll be. And so I put December will be gratifying. Oh God, should I read this out loud? I don't even know what it says, but you know, sometimes, like I said, I just kind of muse in here. So I put, we're not broken, we've been burned. Like a child who's learned not to touch the stove, flinching with a forever awareness. The devil sneaks into different shapes, and while I've never sold my soul to him, we've definitely shared a dance or two. An unforgettable affair that you wish you could revisit once more with feeling. Interesting. I don't know what I was going through in that moment, but I mean, 'tis life. I want to read 1 or 2 books and then make 1 or 2 new recipes, which also I already did. I did Megan's Chicken. So I watched this channel called Jenica and Annika. I've probably mentioned her or them a couple times. It's a mother-daughter duo from Nashville, and well, technically Franklin, I don't know. Anyways, back to basics. They made a little crock pot chicken they call Megan's Chicken. And it was basically like chicken, taco seasoning, oranges, and limes. Like you juice fresh orange and lime. It's not what she did in the recipe, which also was very funny because I was like, not sure how it was gonna turn out anyways because I've never had it. But then also not sure how it was gonna turn out because even as she was making it, she was like, this isn't the real recipe though. So it was basically like, yeah, like kind of like a taco chicken shredded situation, which was really good. I enjoyed it. It was very salty and it put too much seasoning in it, but I still like hyper fixated on it and ate like 6 that day. So I'll put the Megan's Chicken on here that I did it. My biggest thing then is like, I just never know, like when people say the word Megan, you're like, how do you spell that? Is it M-E-G? Is it M-E-G-A-N-E? Is it with the H? Like, God, those are the things I think about too much. Oh, and I want to visit the library. So those are some of my plans for January that I've already written down, which, you know, I feel good about. Oh, and I booked a dentist appointment even. Like, look at me, girl. Look at me go. I'm just trying to utilize that fucking health insurance that I pay for. Well, I guess I only pay for part of it, but. And then last but not least, the purple one. I really was never sure what I was gonna do with this. And it's really become like kind of a flop of all sorts. Like I've put everything in here from like leap day notes to reminding myself to pay bills to like other little bit more content creation stuff. And then somehow towards the middle of this year, it became like a work one. And like not so much like in a checklist thing, but like in a musing of like when I was handling these weird scenarios at work, especially with like the team, like I was kind of like writing out like what my plan was and how to like tackle those behavioral issues. Because I also have another little notebook that's at work. I just have, my whole life is notebooks. When I die, Sam needs to guard these notebooks with her life because, you know, it's gonna be like the Rust Chronicles. I hope whatever advice I give to the world helps somebody. And with that, I'm going to do exactly like I said, probably 13 minutes, so probably like 10 minutes ago. I'll watch some YouTube and just kind of settle in for the new year because I can't really go anywhere because I don't have a wallet with me and I don't want to go to work, period. LOL. Happy New Year. Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven Kai.
Well, hey there everybody, it is I, your movie maven Kai, and we have made it to the end of the year. Friends, I saw a little, meme thing that said, a lot of people are going to be talking about their accomplishments over this year, and if all you did this year was survive it, then you're doing great. And I can't think of a better sentiment to go into the new year with because, we've been saying it, for the last 8 months. It's been rough. It's been rough for everybody for a lot of different reasons. And guys, you made it through. You survived. You did amazing, regardless of what you think. You're your toughest critic, but you made it through. And, That means so much, guys. It means so much. I hope that everybody is working on goals more so than resolutions. I think that resolutions are rough because, you know, it feels like if you're not making, you know, that constant, you know, success, if you're not making those constant moves forward, that you start to lose focus and you go like, maybe next year, you know. And I really want everybody to, you know, have goals, SMART goals. I talk about those a lot. You know, you can look those up and see, you know, what the acronym is and how to make it and how to, you know, focus on it and everything. But SMART goals are something that we work on a lot, in therapy with people who, you know, really have, that trouble keeping focused. Keeping motivated is a big one. And I think that's where a lot of people, you know, kind of fall short. So making sure that you're making small, measurable, attainable, time sensitive, goals, you know, it's so important, guys. So make sure that you're doing something good for you in the new year. Make sure that those goals have to do with you moving forward and you being successful. It's great to do things for other people. It's wonderful to be philanthropic and charitable. But, you know, like we always say, if you don't put your own oxygen mask up first, then you're really no use, no help to anybody. I hope that everyone has, you know, been having really great holidays this season. I hope that everybody has gotten to spend some time with the people that they love. And, you know, New Year's it's an interesting, you know, holiday to me. It's an interesting concept because, you know, again, you look back at the year and you go and reflect and go, you know, what did I do and what can I do better? And you look forward and you go like, oh, what am I gonna do? And, you know, how ambitious am I gonna be? And really, my favorite movie to watch, my favorite New Year's movie to watch, that kind of, you know, circumvents, you know, gets rid of, you know, both of those thoughts because it really focuses on what's happening in the moment, is Ghostbusters 2. And people forget that it's a New Year's movie. And it's the best New Year's movie. Ghostbusters, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a Ghostbuster so bad. So, you know, these movies were huge for me. If you've never seen it, Ghostbusters 2 focuses on, you know, events in New York after the first movie where, you know, they were heroes, but they're not exactly treated that way. So they're, you know, doing stints at kids' birthday parties, appearances and stuff like that just to make the ends meet, because there's so many regulations now on ghost hunting. And, you know, because it's New York and because there's a lot of, you know, bad feelings and anger and everything, this ooze has begun to collect underneath the city in the sewers. And, you know, it's causing a reemergence of evil that is manifested in this painting that's haunted by a ghost of Vigo the Carpathian. And his plan is to basically take over a newborn's body on New Year's. And that newborn just happens to be Dana Barrett's. The entire original cast is back, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's so funny. It's actually very well written for a sequel, and I say that because sequels, you know, tend to be, you know, thought of as inferior to the original. And you know, it's such a great you know, second half, you know, finding out what happens to Peter and Dana, finding out, you know, the changes that Janine goes through, I always thought was very strange because she goes from being this mousy, you know, kind of secretary to this very loudly dressed. And you go like, well, maybe it was the change of, you know, decade or something. I don't know. But Janine definitely, you know, either went through a glow up or through some things. But it is, you know, a New Year's Eve movie, a New Year's movie. It's a great one to watch that people don't think about as being a New Year's Eve movie. And it's just really fun and very, you know, very silly. And, you know, there's certain parts of it that I look at when I watch now and I go, wow, the effects. They really didn't clean that one up. You know, there's a couple of moments of that. So it's fun to watch in that aspect too. It's like things that we thought were so technologically advanced and so cutting edge, you know, we look at it now and go, wow, you know, ILM could step in and, you know, maybe clean that up a little bit. ILM actually might have done the original. I'm gonna have to look that up. Anyway, Ghostbusters, guys, Ghostbusters 2. I mean, if you're gonna watch the second one, you might as well watch the first one as well, and just make a night of it. But I feel like this is one of those sequels that stands up against the first one. I'm not gonna say that it's better, because the first one holds a very, you know, dear part of my heart. But I feel like, you know, it definitely stands next to it and goes, I am also a movie that is worth watching. Especially if you just like, you know, the Ghostbusters. I think that it's, you know, it's a great story. Harold Ramis, Ivan Reitman did such a great job, with these characters and carrying everything on. And, you know, they really do deserve some respect, you know, even though it's a sequel. We dog sequels so much. This one doesn't deserve it. So pull that one out, have a little fun, drink a little wine, you know, and hang out with the Ghostbusters. Why not? Other than that, guys, I don't even know what else to say to close out this year. I'm so glad that, you know, we have this time every week, you know, this 10, 20 minutes, whatever it is, to sit down and just kind of chill with each other. And I'm so glad that, you know, you're following Rusty on her adventures and all of the really cool stuff that she's doing, and you know, the way she makes us hungry with all the food that she's, you know, constantly showing, and all of that. And the really amazing places she gets to go. It's so great living, you know, vicariously, because we're, you know, 3,000 miles away from each other. I can't go all the cool places that she goes. So it's nice, you know, having someone show me all these really fun things. So thank you, Rusty, for that. Thank you for including me in this great project that you're doing. Like, this is so much fun for me. Thank you guys for being here and watching it every week, and, you know, being so supportive and wonderful. And we're going to have a lot of, you know, fun stuff in the new year. We're going to be doing some really great things. And we're looking forward to sharing that with you. We're really looking forward to having you around for it. So I hope you had a great set of holidays, whatever it is that you celebrate. I hope that you didn't yell at too many people for telling you Merry Christmas if you don't celebrate Christmas, because they're trying to, you know, spread a little love and a little cheer and show that, you know, they're thinking of people around them. And I hope that, you know, you spend some time thinking about the things that you want to do for you in your life, and, you know, get to spend some time with, you know, some more time. Hopefully you've already spent some time, but you get to spend some more time with the people that you care about, guys. Thank you so much. Always remember, drink your water, take your meds, and we'll see you next year.
I cannot with this cat. He was really trying to squeeze into this little area, and it just wasn't working. So I moved his cute little throne over to the window so he can spy on the birds and the squirrels. And then I found 2 more notebooks. So I'm trying to just like merge my whole life together and plan a reset for 2025. Look at this baby boy. You are just the cutest. That is very intense. It's almost like sour cream. Was not anticipating that, but the back end flavor is good. That was daunting. Now I understand the whole cult thing, because it's like a gang initiation the first time you try it, but we'll see if it does good things for my gut. Alrighty, it is 5:40 on New Year's Eve. I look so crazy, right? Hi, Finn, my little co-host here. Oh, I was watching a Trisha Paytas Tana Mojo video, and they ordered chilies, so I got inspired, influenced, whatever. You can say whatever you want about influencer culture, but I ordered that shit down to the lemonade. And even though I might find it too sweet, it's like a watermelon lemonade, once it like waters down, I'll probably enjoy it. So that is the plan for right now. I'm gonna save half for Sam. I even ordered her some blue cheese because she hates ranch. That's how this New Year's is starting. It's kind of funny, right? Like the things that you do. I remember in my 20s being so excited to like go out and get smashed and like just do some, I don't want to say regrettable things. I don't regret anything in my life, but like I can literally feel the hangover like right now. Like I could think of, like that's what I'm thinking of right now. So thoughts and prayers to that past Jessica who has struggled through many a bad New Year's. And yeah, whatever you chose to do, I hope it brings you joy. But I knew what would bring me joy would be like a molten lava cake and some Southwestern egg rolls. So Chili's charcuterie. All right. You know, it's crazy to think, like we really have reverted. Like no one's talking about plastic straws anymore. We are styrofoaming again. The world is dying and healing at the same time. It's unreal. All right. Oh, this is Sam's blue cheese. And this is the mac and cheese. Oh, look who's back. Surprise, not surprise. Okay, so we've got our Southwest egg rolls, our chicken dippers, and our Nashville hot honey. I have to eat like these cut for some reason. It's probably just the hospitality girly in me, but I just prefer eating them this way versus side in. That's America, baby. So happy New Year. I'm gonna again just nosh out, and if I remember, I'll come back for the molten lava cake. Love you.
I am just so grateful that you have chosen to spend so many different seasons with us, and we hope to see you in 2025 and for many more years to come. We love you.
I think I'm gonna try the mac and cheese first. Oh, he misread it. So I ordered the loaded mac and cheese, the loaded white cheddar mac and cheese. This is loaded mashed potatoes. I will be asking for my money back because I would never pay $6 for loaded mashed potatoes. Good though. I'll give it to him. All right. It's like I hate to complain, but incorrect item. I received loaded mashed potatoes, not mac and cheese photo. Just make sure they see for sure it's potatoes. I received loaded mashed potatoes and not mac and cheese. Okay, I'll let them review that.